Hey guys, what's up? We're gonna do a web scraping tutorial today. So to do web scraping, you need to know some HTML. You just need to know how it works, and you don't actually need to write HTML. So just gonna do a basic overview of what you need to know. If you already know HTML, you can just skip this. So HTML is the language of the web. So basically, in here we type in title. And this bracket things are just called tags. So what tags does is just it styles the content here, and like there are different kinds of tags. Say page one tag and save this. And if I open the file, you see that title appears here in a bigger font than if we use like H2 in a smaller font, and this goes all the way to like H6. So the takeaway here is that you just need to know that the content in a website is enclosed within tags, and that tags can appear within tags. So let's say we have a div tag here, and then we can do like an unordered list, then a list with the list items with one, item two. So the tags here do not appear in the HTML page. It's only what is within the tags appear on the website. So in here, I'm creating an unordered list and a list item within it. So if you, this is how it looks like. You just get like two item lists here. So, okay, the next thing you need to know is that tags can have classes. So classes are just like, it helps style this whole element here. So let's say the class here is red. So uh, if we code this class to show to be a red color, the title here will be red when we run this. But this is done in another file, in the CSS file, and we don't actually need to know how to do that. We just gotta know that classes exist, and that we can also put the same class here, red, and this thing will also be red, and the class can be like any name you want it to be, so class, or basically anything. There can be multiple classes. And the last thing you need to know is link. So how do you link something to another page? You use an A tag, and then you can do href, and then you put in the link. So it's Google. Yep, and then you type in what you want to link. So let's call it link. Save this, and if I refresh the page, we'll have a link here. So if you click this, we will appear on Google. And that's it for HTML. So let us get the web scraping now. So to do web scraping, there are a few steps. So first, we gotta access the web page. We gotta download it, and then we're gonna uh, parse through the website, and like that basically means just like go through the website from like the top to bottom, and then we can get the specific stuff we want out of that website. So to do this, we're gonna use a couple of libraries. So to scrape it, we're gonna use a library called Beautiful Soup, and so we gotta import this score. This is the library, and then we also need to access the website. And to do that, we're gonna import like from the URL lib package, and the request module we're gonna import URL open. So from this whole package, I'm just importing this one thing here because this is all we need. Import this as urec. So this here, as urec, basically just like renames this thing, so it's like shorter and easier to use. So same thing for PS4. I'm gonna import beautiful soup as soup. So this just shortens the whole thing. So I don't need to like type this out all the time. I can just type soup. Okay, so once we have done this, so all these libraries and packages, they're already installed into your Python. So you don't need to like, when you use the anaconda distribution, so you I think you won't need to download it separately. Okay, so first we're gonna create a thread. This is just a variable, and then we're gonna call URL, which is basically what we put here. And inside here, we're just gonna dump in our URL as we see here. So what is our URL? That is from the website we want to transcribe. So let's say a transcript around the ending. There we go. So I'm gonna copy this. It says my URL to this thing. And it's gotta be in a string format, so just put quotation marks around it. And just dump in my URL here. Okay, so afterwards you gotta, so what this line of code here does, it's just it downloads the whole thing and save it into uClient. Just downloads it. Then once we have this downloaded page, you wanna read it, you wanna like, this will dump out everything it just downloaded. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna store it in a variable. So my HTML, so what it dumps out is the HTML itself. So we're just gonna call it my HTML. So you must save this in a variable or else it will be lost because it's not dumped anywhere. So this will, so after we store this all in my HTML, we gotta close the client. Okay, and that is it. So we're gonna close this because we don't want client to, we don't want to keep requesting, and like if the page is too big, it might end up crashing or something. So we're just gonna close it here. And so now that we have the page stored in the HTML stored in this variable, what we're gonna do is we're gonna parse through the HTML. So how do we parse through the website? So what we can do is you can use the soup library here, beautiful soup, and then we just use soup and then pass in our HTML. And the second argument here, the markup, it's gonna be in quotation marks. It is HTML parser. I'm gonna store this in variable. I'm gonna call it my page. And so once we reach here, we're basically done. So we have our whole website stored within this thing, and we can just grab elements out of it. So let's say we want like the first H2 tag here though. So let's say we want an H2 tag in this page. We want to grab that. So remember, H2 tags are the tags, is the styling. So if you want to grab this title here, and we see that the title is within an H2 tag. So what we can do is then we can grab the H2 tag. So how do we do that? We can just do my page.h2, that's it. And then we can just print this out. Let's see what we get here. Let's give it a moment. And there we go, we get this tag over here. So it takes some time for it to run because we got to download the whole page. But here we get the first H2 tag, which is just run to West, Sunday, Bronx, Andre. And yeah, that is how you get elements, how you get like elements by the tag. So most of the time we do not want to grab it like that because like there might be a lot of like div tags, and we do want to grab everything that has a div tag. We want something more specific. So we normally grab stuff by class. So because class is more unique. So but first of all, how do we know what the classes are here? So what we can do is we can go to developer tools. Let's go to more tools here and developer tools, or we can just click Control Shift I. Here we get the whole HTML text, the whole HTML code for the whole page. What we can do is just we can go to the corner here, click it, and this will allow us to inspect certain elements. So okay, let's say we want the name of the food and like a description or like the link to the item. So what we do, just can hover over it, click it, and this is the description. Let's say we want the whole thing. We can like look at it. Here we go. We have the whole thing here. It is under the class menu item. So what we want to do is we want to grab everything with menu item. Because like the style is the same, so we can kind of tell that this is and this and this. They all have the same class. So how do we grab stuff by class? To do that, we can't do dot, so we gotta use a method called find all. So we're gonna go to my page and then dot find all. And the first argument here, we're gonna pass in our tag. So our tag here is a div tag, right? So it's gonna pass in div. And the second argument here is a library. I mean, it's a dictionary. So the dictionary will, the key here will be the attribute. So it's here we are looking for class, or if you want to look for ID, this is pass an ID. But essentially, it's a class, passing class. And then our class is menu item. There we go. So save this, and then we're gonna store this in, let's say, menu. So let's see what we get when we click menu. What this should do is store everything here, but not just the text, but it's gonna store the whole HTML code in an array. So here we see we have everything here which has the class menu item inside a div tag. So it stores everything in an array. So we get everything. So let's say we just want the first item. How do we do that? We can use indexing. So remember, arrays start with index 0. So if we just print this out, it should give us the first item. Let's see. And yeah, here we go. We get this first one with the description, the link here, and yeah, a bunch of stuff we do not need. Oh, and that is it. How do we grab? That is how we grab items by class. So obviously we don't want the whole HTML tags and all this HTML stuff. So let's say we just want the name of the item here. How do we do that? So we first gotta reach the A tag, right? We want this element here. So how do we reach here? We're now at the div tag, right? Because this is the first one that appears. So from a div tag, we gotta reach the span tag and then reach the A tag. So what we can do is we can do dot A. But what this does is it will print out this whole thing here. It still prints out the tag for us along with the name. But we just want the name here. So to just grab the text, we can just do the text. Let's run this. And it should print out this thing here. Let's see. Oh, right. I forgot. You gotta expand the tag. Yeah, it's from the div class, you gotta go to span class and then the A class. I put div and A. So dot span dot A. To run this, it should work. Yep, here we go. We got the name here. Just ignore the error here. This is just a problem with my VS Code. So okay, just gonna start this to get rid of error. Okay, so next, what we want to do, so let's run this again. So we get the name here. So let's see what else is within the menu item. Okay, let's store this in variable first. Let's call it name. Item name. So next, let's say we want to grab the link, right? So let us print out the link. Let's just print out everything in the menu, the first item. All right, so let's say we want, so we can grab the text here, but let's say we want something within the tag. Let's say we want the class, or we want the href, we want the link here, right? So how do we grab the link? So what we can do is do menu, and then we can, once again, we gotta go to the a tag first, and then in here we can go to href by calling it in this kind of notation. It's like indexing. And we can store this. This will grab the href in the a tag. So this time. So we're just gonna store this in link. Okay, if we save this, we are now set. So we have the link, we have the item name. We can use this in like different ways for web development, maybe like putting it out in like your website. But let's say you wanna export it into another file type. So here I'm gonna teach you guys how to like open and like create files in Python. So let's say you want to print out all the names and the link into a text file, right? So to create a Python file, let's just first define our file name. Let's call it runday.txt, a text file. So you gotta specify your file type here, and then we will do let's create a variable f, and this will be open. And then what's the file name? We're just gonna pass it here. And the second one will be a W. W stands for write. So we're just gonna write into this file. Okay, once we open the file, we wanna write to it. So we do f.write. And then inside the write method, we're gonna pass in what we wanna write to it. So here we wanna write the item name. And we gotta pass it in like a string. So just gonna put a space to make it prettier, and then after the item name we want to put in the link, so h link here. After we write this in, what we're gonna do is we're gonna close the file. Now save this, and if we run it here, we see that we have created a new file for us here, runday, and we get our name and our link. So, but that just gets the first item. What if we want to get every single item here? How do we do that? So, to do that, we can basically just use a loop, a for loop, for example, because remember, all the items are stored in an array here in menu. So, let's try to print every single thing into the text file. So, we'll do a loop for, let's call it item, in menu. So, the item is each element in the array. So for each item in the array, what we will do is we'll grab the item name and the link. We're just gonna copy this thing and come and cut it. And instead of menu 0, we're gonna do item, because it goes through all the indexes. So item.span.a.text, and then here for the link, we're gonna do the same thing. And do item. So we're gonna save this. And remember when we write it, we're gonna write it within the loop. So write item plus space plus link. So if you want to make this even prettier, we can do a line break. So it's a backslash and. This will create a line break after we write each name and link. So if we save this and run it, we should re-update the file, and if we open it, we get all the recipes here and all the links. So there we go. We got everything here. And if you just want a couple of items, you want the whole thing, you can just use like arrays, like indexing. So, but the basic idea is just this. And we can also store this in different file types. So let's say we want to store it in a CSV file to like analyze it and use some like other libraries to plot the data. We can just save it as a CSV file here, and then same thing, we can just write it. And but we're gonna do a text file here. But basically, this is it for web scraping. So yeah, thank you everybody, and that's all.